Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Today we are taking a fascinating journey through one of the absolute most pressing global health concerns of our time. We're going to start massive, looking at the global scale of diabetes. Then we'll zoom all the way down to the microscopic, cellular level to see exactly what this disease is actually doing inside the body. Finally, and definitely most excitedly, we're going to leap right into the future to see how cutting-edge technology is quite literally changing everything. Let's just jump right in. It's a bold question, right? I mean, for decades, diabetes management has basically meant rigid routines, constant manual monitoring, and let's be honest, a whole lot of guesswork. But what if algorithms and smart devices could just take over all that heavy lifting? Keep that question in the back of your mind as we unpack the science today. All right, so here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with the global crisis, unpack the 5 distinct types of diabetes, and look closely at the symptoms and severe complications. From there, we'll uncover the hidden cellular villain, oxidative stress, before turning to the incredible ways AI transforms treatment. Finally, we'll wrap up with a hopeful path forward. Section 1. The Global Crisis. Let's look at the scale of diabetes. To truly appreciate the solutions, we first have to grasp the sheer scale of this chronic metabolic disorder, which, by the way, is a persistent state of high blood sugar caused by defects in insulin. And this brilliantly illustrates its unrelenting march globally. If we track World Health Organization data from 1980 to 2014, the shift to those deep reds is, well, it's pretty staggering. In the Eastern Mediterranean region alone, prevalence more than doubled from 5.9% to 13.7%. And it's the exact same story in the Americas, Southeast Asia, the Western Pacific. Literally every single region saw a massive surge. This isn't just an isolated issue. It is a global crisis spreading like wildfire. To put a definitive figure on it, that global march brings us to a total prevalence of 8.5% of the adult population. When you translate those percentages in actual human lives, you get a staggering 422 million people living with diabetes as of that data point. 422 million. It's a hard, unforgettable reality, and it really underscores exactly why finding better management tools is absolutely crucial. Section 2. The 5 types. Unpacking the varieties of the disease. Now, we often just toss around the word diabetes, but the disease actually manifests in 5 distinct ways. Type 1 is an autoimmune destruction of the pancreas's insulin-producing beta cells, requiring lifelong insulin. Then there's Type 2, the one we hear about the most often. That involves insulin resistance and is frequently lifestyle-related. We've also got gestational diabetes, which happens during pregnancy due to hormonal shifts. But look at numbers 4 and 5. Monogenic diabetes is caused by single-gene mutations, and believe it or not, a surprising number of people go years treating the totally wrong type because it's so frequently misdiagnosed as type 1 or 2. Finally, secondary diabetes arises from other conditions like pancreatitis or even from steroid use.
Section 3. Complications. Exploring symptoms and severity.
Now, what's really interesting here is the stark contrast between the surface-level warning signs and the severe internal damage that happens over time. Externally, you might notice excessive thirst, frequent urination, unintentional weight loss, and just sheer fatigue. These are often worsened by risk factors like obesity and a sedentary lifestyle. But beneath the surface, that's where the silent internal complications are brewing. We're looking at retinopathy severely affecting the eyes, nephropathy damaging the kidneys, neuropathy destroying the nerves, and major cardiovascular disorders like coronary heart disease and stroke. Section 4. Oxidative stress, the hidden villain. So how exactly does high blood sugar cause such devastating, wide-ranging damage to organs like the eyes, kidneys, and heart? The answer is oxidative stress. You see, in a healthy body, there's a balance, but in a diabetic body, high blood sugar triggers the overproduction of ROS, or reactive oxygen species. Think of ROS as a major chemical imbalance, highly reactive molecules that basically act as the primary agitator for all those complications. They literally tear through the body, causing cellular damage, triggering chronic inflammation, and driving the rapid progression of the disease.
Mapping out this destructive loop, it's almost like a chain reaction. We see hyperglycemia fueling pathways that lead directly to a massive spike in ROS. Following the cycle, this oxidative stress causes microscopic DNA and cell damage, which loops right down to cause insulin resistance and eventually pancreatic cell death. And right in the center, you see the ultimate effects we just talked about, the severe organ damage. But hey, the good news? There are therapeutic strategies to fight back, including lifestyle changes, pharmacological treatments, and antioxidant therapy.
Section 5. AI treatment. Transforming patient care.
Okay, let's dive into this, because this is where we enter an era of real, empowering optimism. For literally decades, patients relied on painful, traditional finger pricks to check their glucose, getting only a tiny snapshot in time. But this changes everything. It's a wearable, continuous glucose sensor paired with an insulin pump. The sensor stays on the skin, reading glucose levels constantly, and communicates directly with the pump to deliver the exact right amount of insulin. It's totally continuous dynamic monitoring.
And the miniaturization of this life-saving tech is practically science fiction, but it's happening right now. Just look at the scale here compared to a simple coin. No way, right? We are moving into the realm of highly sophisticated implantable delivery systems. You have electronics, a docking station, a reservoir, and a delivery catheter, all packed into a tiny device. There is even a miniature pill technology being developed to house these complex systems safely inside the body.
But having the data is only half the battle. The other half is accessibility. Just look at how seamlessly this technology integrates into daily life. With Bluetooth and smartphone integration, patients aren't tethered to clunky medical machines anymore. They can receive real-time alerts, monitor their glucose curves, and manage their personalized treatment totally discreetly right from a digital app. Whether they are at the office, the gym, or just sitting at a cafe, the control is quite literally in the palm of their hand.
Let's move on and see how this builds into the absolute holy grail of diabetes technology, the complete closed-loop system. This isn't just about a sensor or a pump working in isolation. This is an entire, smart ecosystem where the sensor, the predictive algorithms, and the delivery mechanisms are constantly talking to each other in real time. Let's walk through exactly how this three-step closed-loop process works. First up, the continuous glucose monitoring sensor reads the real-time blood sugar level. Second, that data gets sent straight to a closed-loop control algorithm, basically the AI brain. It factors in variables like a meal the patient just ate or the exercise they are currently doing using advanced glucose prediction algorithms. Third, it automatically tells the insulin pump exactly how much to adjust delivery. It essentially acts as an artificial pancreas, actively and continuously adjusting to the patient's lifestyle without them ever having to lift a finger. It's a real game changer.
Section 6. The Path Forward. A Hopeful Future.
So, the absolutely crucial point here is derived from these foundational takeaways. We've traveled from the staggering reality of 422 million global cases down to the cellular loop of oxidative stress and into the amazing closed-loop AI systems. So what do we walk away with? First, early diagnosis remains absolutely essential. Catching it before that oxidative stress runs rampant is key. Second, despite all this tech, lifestyle changes like diet and exercise still heavily improve patient outcomes. And third, AI is here, and it drastically enhances ongoing diabetes management, transforming it from a manual burden into a highly sophisticated automated ecosystem. It leaves us with this incredibly exciting thought. With predictive AI models getting smarter every single day and closed-loop systems basically acting like artificial organs, will chronic metabolic disorders soon become a thing of the past? Technology is moving fast, and honestly, the future of medical science has never looked more hopeful. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep exploring, and I'll catch you next time.